What's up guys, welcome to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to talk about a huge new addition to the Hive blockchain ecosystem, diesel pools. Diesel pools are liquidity pools very similar to Uniswap and clones of it like Honeyswap or Pancakeswap. But there's one big difference between diesel pools and those other alternatives, which is that diesel pools are completely fee-free. There are no fees for transactions on the Hive blockchain, and neither are there for the actual swaps on the diesel pools. Aside from that, they are very similar. You can provide liquidity for any of the trading pairs that you like, if they have been previously created of course, which has a one-time cost of 1000 B, the governance token of the Hive-Engine sidechain, which diesel pools are built on. And obviously you can use these pools to trade different tokens. As mentioned before, the trading has no fees, so there are also no integrated incentives to provide liquidity. At least that's for the moment. The idea of introducing swap fees and to distribute those to the liquidity providers is currently being discussed. If you are a D-app owner, for example, and want to encourage people to add liquidity to the pool for your, let's say, games token, you need to manually create incentives, for example by distributing the game token to liquidity providers. A smart contract to automatically distribute rewards to the pool providers is currently in development. So that's about the theory behind those pools. Now let's check them out in practice. Okay, so here we are on the tribal DEX. This is the place where the first front end to the diesel pools was released. And you should know that they officially launched them only today. So the first front end was released only today, and the contract itself is only a couple of days old. So there are not many diesel pools and the UI is not very good. So if you are on tribaldex.com, you go to the pools at the top in the menu here, and this is the current UI that you see. It is built in a similar way like Uniswap, just not as fancy, and it does not look modern. I heard that they are forking Uniswap and just integrating it with the code on Hive, but I'm not sure if they are actually going to do that. But as you can see here, the basic functions are: you can swap between tokens, you can add liquidity, you can remove liquidity, you can create a pool. As mentioned before, this has a cost of 1000 B, and you can choose any tokens of course. And then you have an overview over the pools. Currently you have 4 pools, one for swap.hive and B, one for Hive Deck, Hive Wheat and Hive HBD. And you can see the total liquidity, the quantities of the tokens. So the base quantity is the first of the tokens. So in all of those example it's Hive. And the quote quantity, this is the token that you are trading against. Then you see a price in both directions and you see a volume. The biggest liquidity, you have it in the swap Hive B trading pair with a total of 21, almost $22,000, which is approximately 80,000 swap Hive. That's not very much of course, especially when you compare this to Uniswap or other forks of it. So I'm really interested to see how this will develop. And you should know that soon there will be wrapped Ethereum and wrapped ERC20 tokens on the Hive-Engine sidechain. So you will actually be able to trade all those Ethereum tokens in a similar way like on Uniswap, just without any fees. Aside of course from the transfer fees when you transfer them from Ethereum to Hive. But anyway, so now let's just try it out and see how it looks, or how it works, how it feels. So as you can see here, there are currently 5 tokens available. All of them have the same dark energy crystal symbol. I guess that's just because they haven't properly implemented to show the correct token here, but this will probably be fixed in a couple of hours, or at least in the next release. Let's just try to swap some B and we will swap it to swap.hive. So I have currently 129. Let's just swap 10B and we will receive 9.19 swap Hive. So you can also select a max slippage here, either a manual value or one of those preset ones here. And once you have entered that, you just click swap. You will sign the transaction with Hive keychain, and then it will actually load. It waits until the transaction went through, and when it went through, then it will just show the updated value instantly. So you probably know that the Hive blockchain has 3-second block times, so transactions go through really fast. And as you can see here, we have 10B less and almost 10 swap Hive more. So the swapping works really well. Let's take a look at the liquidity part. So I actually have added some liquidity already, and let's begin with removing it. So when you have liquidity in any pool, then you will be able to see this pool here. So it will only show pools that you actually have liquidity added, and then you can choose how much of the pool shares you want to take out. So it's a percentage number, so not a total number. Let's just take 100% out. I put in 20 swap Hive earlier today, so it shifted a little bit. Let's just remove it and see how long it will take. Okay, so we sent the transaction now. Okay, and as you can see here, I can't select any pool anymore, so we probably received the Hive back. And if we take a look at our balance, yes, we actually have it back. And it works actually similar if you try to add liquidity to a pool. So let's take the swap Hive B pool. Let's add back 20 swap Hive. We need 21.76 B for that, which I have. And you click the add liquidity button, and it has been added. So our balance is lower now, and if you go to remove liquidity, you will see that we can take out the liquidity. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you're a developer, you can join the Hive-Engine Discord server. People will link you to the right documentation of this. I think this is documented, maybe not, but it will. And you can actually work on your own front end. So the code behind this, the logic behind this is really easy. You can just interact with it via JavaScript on your web page. You don't need any knowledge about special programming languages like Solidity or anything. And that's basically everything that you need to know about diesel pools. So as you have just seen, they work really similar to Uniswap and are easy to use. All you need to have is a Hive blockchain account and some funds on Hive-Engine. And as mentioned earlier, soon Ethereum and ERC20 tokens will be wrappable and on the Hive blockchain, on the Hive-Engine sidechain, and thus be tradable on Hive-Engine. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Have a great day. See you at my next video. Bye.